All right, so problem 3.13 says calculate no load voltage V naught. So yeah, let's get started with that first. So I'm gonna do mesh. All right, so say -75 plus 2000 IS plus 500 IS equals 0. So IS would be 75 over 2,500, and that would be 0.03 amps. All right, so now we want to calculate V naught, the no load voltage. So V naught is assuming the bottom here is ground. We say assuming the bottom node would be ground. We say V naught is actually it doesn't. Yeah, V naught is I times R, so IS times R, so 0.03 times 500, and that would be 15 volts. And yeah, so let's go ahead and calculate the power dissipated. So we have three power formulas, which is P equals IV equals I squared times R equals V squared times R. Since we don't since we know I, it's just easier. You can just go straight ahead and say P, the power for the resistance, the first resistance would be 0.03 squared times 2000, and then the power dissipated across the second resistor would be the same current times 500, which 0.03 squared times 2000 is 1.8 watts, sorry. And then for the one above, it would be 0.45 watts. Okay. And then now it's asking us to assume that 1 watt resistor is only available. So each resistor can, the power dissipated across each resistor cannot be over 1 watt. And the no load voltage to be the same. So it's asking us to specify the smallest value of R1 and R2. Right, so let's, so we know that V naught is 15. We can assume this is our ground. Right, so then we can assume that the potential across here is 60. Across R1 is 60, right? So yeah. So since we know that, I guess, yeah, we know R1 is greater than R2. So let's use this. Let's use V squared over R since we already know the potential. Let's move these. I'm gonna call this for R1. Since it's the first resistor, let's do that first. So we know the potential across R1 is 60, right? And we know our power has to be less than 1 watt. So let's just say this is 1 watt. So we know R1 has to be equal or greater than 3,600 ohms, right? So yeah, so then we go on to R2. We notice that R2 is 1/4, a quarter of R1. So then we can just go ahead and say R2 0.25 times R1, which would be 900 ohms. So 900 ohms would be the smallest value for R2. And yeah, that's 3.13.